said fuck Xbox, fuck all these Xbox, fuck every Xbox their channel. Won't give a damn. It's PlayStation for life. You don't get it? Let's get it. Let's do this. Let's do this, my ponies. Let's go to war. What? Say what? Yeah. I say, I double dip on The Last of Us. Woo. Yeah, I double dip on the director's cut. Woo. Double dip on every damn release. Damn right. Yeah, Jim Ryan is my motherfucking boss. The boss. Yo, and we don't care about no layoffs. Yeah, all the shine are gonna keep it on the low. Shh. We be sucking on every damn toe. Yum. Because Sony PlayStation gets the love. Yeah, so all hell Sony, we be your ponies. You can take my wife, you can take my money. I'm obsessed with the God of War. Yeah, all my ponies ready to go to war. Blue PlayStation high, all over my head. Pentimetal PS5, 120 FPS. Blue team is the set, throw it up. I never had sex, I only care about sales. I said what I said. Woo! Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. The love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. The love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. The love, pony love. Yeah. I see you Xbox. I see you playing on Game Pass for free. Nah, man, we don't do that over here. We pay $70 a game. Yeah, you Xbox be broke. You so stupid, so goofy. Fuck you, Demo Flow. Fuck you. Like and subscribe. Yeah, if you wanna see me more on Demo Flow Gaming channel. Fuck this dude, I'ma pop in the shot every time. Yeah, but I'm here to show my pony love. And you with it? Say what, say what, say what, say what. Toma, dice que, yeah, I don't do this shit for fame. Grab a stack and make it rain. All the ponies hating on me, console words be so lame. Saros flop with good reviews. Dynamic pricing made the news. Pay back to the players, bitch. Talk that shit, we getting loose. Xbox dead, not a chance. Next gen, that's fucking dead. Forza 5, so 5 mil. First verse, time to kill. We getting it. You hitting how we coming. Wake up with no games almost every fucking morning. Game Pass keep me fed while saving all these bread. First body hitting hard, I don't need a power bag. Huh? Woo! It's a la 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 la. Yo. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Demo Flow Gaming Show, where I share my passion for gaming and keep you informed of everything that's going on with Xbox, Nintendo, Sony PlayStation, the whole gaming industry. Thank you guys for coming. Happy Friday, man. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Man, you already know what to do. Let's get it popping, man. Power Boss in the house is what we be. What's popping, homie? How you doing? Welcome.
And just like Demo, I never let him roll alone as much as I can. So here I am, y'all. What's going on? Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday, everybody, man. I know it's early, bro, but I'm super excited for the show. I know we missed last week. I was extremely tired. I was just studying Power Boss behind the scenes. What I'm going through, so I'm basically working more now because I'm getting more work, which is good, but also like kind of hard for me to, upload constantly and, be more involved with y'all. And I've been also like working out, trying to get my fitness back on. Got 2 kids. I got one, the other one is on the way, but I need to be in shape to be able to handle these babies and, be able to carry their stuff, take them to the park, whatever it is that I have to do. So it's been part of the journey, and I've been, excited about it as well. So I've been really enjoying, trying to be more healthy, and that includes like eating better and be more active. And that's been,
a good addition to my daily routine, and I feel so much better, and I'm super pumped for what's to come. We had an amazing. I mean, yesterday was amazing for news. So if I wanted to grow the channel, if I wanted to, like, I don't know, make money or whatever, yes, last week was the best because the amount of negative Sony news that we seen last week was insane. And also now we're seeing Forza, right, going crazy. uh they have about 150 players, I mean 1,000 players on Steam already, and these are like, the game is not even out yet. This is like the special edition that costs around $125, and people pay. Thank you. And people pay to actually play this game early, and bro, it's like, destroying the charts. It's actually selling well, and it's being played. Not to mention that it's on Game Pass too. So I will be playing once it drops on Game Pass, because I know I'm excited about Forza, but I did not want to spend. I think it was like a $50, right? That you had to pay to play early on Game Pass. I'm not sure, so I wasn't like,
Something like that, yeah.
yeah, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Not because I don't have the money or nothing, but because I'm extremely busy anyways. I've been playing a bunch of games, and I'm like, okay, I just wait, and I'm gonna get to play it regardless. But yeah, man, the game is doing incredibly well, guys. What the hell is going on? Their reviews are insane. This is the highest rated game this year, 92 on Metacritic, even though there's a few reviews out there that are kind of like shady. They're like, bro, like, what the fuck are you even talking about? But I haven't played the game, so I can't really say much. But if you guys have, down there in the chat, let me know, man, and let me know how you vibing with Forza and what do you think about the game so far. For what I've seen,
I'll
and
be
I did
hopping on that
not,
next week too for sure.
yeah, and for what I've seen, and I did not want to spoil myself too much because I know Forza has it's a racing game, but it has a few spoilers. It looks fucking dope. But I wanna see what you guys think down there. But shout out to Adidas 20, man. He's been a member for 25 months. Guys, 25 months. That's a lot. That's like 2 years plus. Salute to you, homie. Thank you for coming through. We also have here Lycos 45 in the building. What's going on, homie? I'm back at it again. Another day, another dollar, another week here with y'all talking about gaming, and honestly, super excited about the show today. It should be a fun one. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the background. I was playing the Division 2, and this gameplay from a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I've been really enjoying the Division, and also they have the Division Resurgence. What the fuck? Let me see, because I actually have it right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Resurgence.
yeah, and that's the mobile game, but now Ubisoft
It
actually
looks pretty
added
good too.
a way that you can play it on PC as well. And look, I've been playing it too, and it's not too bad for for a mobile game. I've actually been enjoying it. But yeah, let's talk about the first topic and the most important topic of the day. I believe, and it's Forza Horizon 6 reviews. We're gonna take a look at Metacritic and see what they think about the reviews, man. So let me go ahead and share my screen really quick. Um, Really quick. Let me go ahead and find Forza 6. God damn it. Yeah, it's right here. And yeah, hold on, because I had a few tabs up after closing.
Keep in mind, everybody, on Steam, there's about 150,000 players concurrent for this game, and it's sitting at mixed reviews because people are saying it has performance issues, which I can see. I expect it to be fixed probably by a day one stability patch, which is not until Tuesday next week or something like that. So keep that in mind also. Take it with a grain of salt, but it can't go wrong with a game from Xbox in a long time that's rated above a 90 Metacritic score.
Yeah, that is crazy because I mean, according to Sony PlayStation fanboys, right, and Twitter in general, Xbox got no games. There was the dude the other day. I think it was the Steve Urkel guy, whatever. He was saying Xbox got no games, and like here we got Forza Horizon 6. they kind of ridiculous for that. But 92 on Metacritic. I want to see what some of them say. 95 by Duo Chalkers. It says in here that there is already a well-established formula in place, and Playground Games did well to continue delivering one of the best racing experiences you ever have with Forza Horizon 6. There you go. We got Dito Spike with an 80. Okay, interesting. Let me see. Without question, Forza Horizon 6 is a really fun game to play, but how long it can hold your attention will be reliant upon how much you like racing games. For me, it definitely did bring back some of those fun memories from races back in the day, and jumping in to kill some time was a great way to experience the game. This guy looks like he was not very interested into playing racing games, which is like something we've been saying here for a long time. Is like, get, like these websites, they need to give these people to review games that they like. If you don't give people the genre, the type of games that they like to review, they're not gonna like it. Like, imagine if they ask me, "Oh, do a review on Baldur's Gate," like a game that I'm not even remotely interested in playing, and you're asking me to do a review on it. I'm gonna be like, no, bro. Like, why? You feel me? So I feel like this review type sort of like says that, right? Like, I'm not interested in racing games, but it's fun. We got another one by CG Magazine, and it says Forza Horizon 6 is one of the best games this year, and with its inclusion on Xbox Game Pass, it's a must play. Okay, so that doesn't tell me too much about the game, bro. I hate when they do shit like that. 100 by True Achievements. Insider Gaming gave it 100. Gamer Social, Gamers No gave it a 90. 87. I don't know who the fuck is this people. Wow, a 70 from Game Reactor UK. Okay, I want to see this. Okay, a long paragraph. Let's see. Horizon 6 disappointed me. Look, I haven't seen nobody that played the game say that it is being disappointed. Who has played all six installments in the series? I feel some of the progress Horizon 5 introduced is missing. I don't think Playground are willing enough to experiment with everything from progression to UI design. Again, UI shit. And I don't think Japan come across well as a setting here. But conversely, this along with the last handful of Horizon games is one of the best arcade races you can find. Based on everything this game predictably executes so masterfully. I therefore take the liberty of recommending Horizon 6 solely on the basis that it works as well as it does. Although I most once recommend that Playground games really take their time to be more ambitious in the future. How much, how much more ambitious can you be with a game like Forza that looks insane? And I don't know, bro. What do you think about this? 70 by Gamer Reactor. I mean, we haven't played the game, so we can't really tell. But like, Power Boss, what do you think? Like, do you think they spot on? Maybe they, but a 70 sounds a
I
little
think
weird.
for the type of review that he gave it, he's got some fair criticism, possibly saying that he's played every Forza Horizon game up till now. And let's be fair, there's more than just six installments. There's
Mhm.
also the Forza Motorsport series, which, as far as I'm understanding, some of the team got incorporated into Playground games for this.
Right.
So it's probably not a fair comparison. Whether the game is ambitious as it can be overall or not remains to be seen. We find out later in the week, next week,
Yeah.
for everybody out of early access. The only thing that I've heard bad about the game is that it has performance issues on PC. I don't know about the Xbox. I heard people, having login problems, things like that.
Yeah.
And I expect 90% of those problems to be fixed with the day one patch. Yo,
Yeah.
what's up, Web Dave? Nice to see you. What's up, homie?
Web Dave in the house, a legend, bro. How's it going, man? With a public announcement, he said, "Hit the like button." Salute to you, Web Dave, man. Hope everything is well with you, homie. Man, like I was saying earlier, I'm being extremely easy, but as soon as I get a chance, I'm gonna go ahead and hang out with y'all, man. I love going over there talking shit, spanking ponies. You already know. But man, Forza, I mean, this 70 review is kind of like crazy when everybody's giving it 90s and 100s, and you come around like a 70. Like, like it's kind of like off, if you will. Mm. We got Kill Walker in the house. How's it going, Kill? He says some of the performance issue is old on older GPUs, but can be fixed in lower settings. Yeah, I shoot. Listen, man. I know that
So
the
I haven't
homie.
seen anything about that. It's just what I was told about some of what was going on with it. So
Yeah.
I can see on that one.
Listen, these games are gonna continue to become a little harder to run on older hardware. And that's something that we have to understand, bro. You cannot expect a game like Forza that is a next gen game or whatever that is very demanding to go and perform as well in like older hardware. Like at some point something's got to give. Like for example, next year Call of Duty won't be developed for the older generation of consoles. So there you have it. Like they are ditching some of the older hardware to continue to push and move the industry forward. And I do agree, like to an extent, I there's some people who are reluctant to upgrade. And they should also be able to play these games. But at what point, uh, you know, games will stop running on your shit, because I mean they eventually getting more demanding and your computers are not up to par. But yeah, I mean they should have tested better in my opinion, and they should have like basically polished that. But what can you do when your hardware is not even helping that much? So there you have it. um i haven't I haven't seen a lot of like talk about the performance issues, but I what I heard about on Steam on some of the reviews. Let me go ahead and see if I can go to Steam and see the reviews on Forza. Um, it's more about the confusion between where was the release date, you know. So as you can see right now, let me see. As you can see now, because I'm not sharing my screen, but I want to share my window. What is Steam? There you go. I don't know if you can see it. Can you guys are you guys able to see my screen, Power Boss? Because sometimes I think
Yeah, we can
Steam
see
like
it.
blocks it. Okay, some of the reviews. Let me go and look for the negatives, because the good ones we already know. But yeah, we got a no not recommended here, and I know I cannot make this one bigger because it's Steam and it's not a from the
You
web.
should be able to still control and scroll in.
Control and scroll in. No, doesn't
No.
do it.
Okay, never
But it
mind then.
says not recommended. Absolutely incredible frame rates weighted down by gut awful stuttering. Seems like I was able to reduce stuttering, but it's still distracting. Please fix this playground. He's playing on a 9800 XGD, which is really good. 32 gigabytes of RAM, and then RX 9070 XT. Wow, which is like pretty good computer. I'm surprised, but it's AMD as well. Huh? Let me see. Um, the second one game is functionally unplayable on Linux. Okay, yeah, you lost me. You miss me with that bullshit playing on Linux. You, like, why do you guys do this shit to yourself? Um, this one here doesn't recommend it. It said I was played 4 hours attempting to launch. Okay, so this is a confusion. Pre-order the Ultimate Edition for 120 euros to get all the bonuses. Here's the full experience so far. Preloaded 150 gigabytes for several hours. But this looks like it's an isolated problem because it's only one person. You feel me? Like the rest of the people are not even talking about this. Let me go ahead and the game already has 5,200 reviews on Steam. Let me see the negative ones here. I own Forza Horizon
Definitely
4,
surprised
5.
about that.
Uh, and Japan sounded like the perfect setting to make Horizon feel fresh again. This should have been the that one that made me think, okay, this is actually different. After the 111 minutes, I did not feel that. My first impression is simple. This feels like the same Horizon soup poured into Japan-shaped bowl. What do you expect? Do you expect anything to change, like how the cars drive or something? Like I think they improved some of that shit, but like I don't know. It's a racer. What do you expect? Sometimes I feel like people like, oh, the one Forza to be different. What do you want? Like they improve the cars that come out a year. Like they bring new cars and some of the other ones that they never had in the game, and that's that. That's all they can do. I mean, sometimes I feel like it's kind of weird. The presentation started annoying me almost immediately. The festival dialogue still has that fake corporate excitement where everyone sounds like they were written by a marketing team trying to be your friend. Stuff like DJ Gacha Radio make me roll my eyes, and even the character creator with labels like Body One, Body Two. Okay, okay. Sterile modern game film. I don't know. So some performance issues definitely. I can read. All right, cool. So some of the people are unhappy because some of the performance issues that he has. And the dude that had the 9700 XT, like that was a good car. So you know, but also you have to understand too. You need to keep your drivers up to date and all of that stuff because I mean, yesterday, for example, there was a new driver update for Nvidia, and I was playing like a dragon and it was stuttering. And I was like, why is my game stuttering? So I went and checked the drivers, and boom, there it was. I updated my drivers, and after that, it was a smooth sail. Didn't have any issues with it. So, I mean, shit happened, man. Well, Dave in the house saying you all are always welcome to join us, Damon. You the man. You the man, Dave. You the man. Lycos 45 saying I got a 9070 XT. You got the same car, huh? I wonder if you can try Forza when it comes out and let me know how it runs on your stuff. It'll be like a nice thing to know. We got Keo Walker in the house as well saying I was watching hardware unbox this morning and they tested the game in GPUs from GTX 2060 up to GTX 5090. Oh shit. And how did it go, Keo Walker? What do you think about it? Do you think that it was well optimized for what they show or what? We got NW Torres 89. What's up, bro? Yo, Michael, what's good, Poppy? How you doing? Are you gonna be playing Forza? He's dropping on Game Pass next week, bro. So I hope to see you there, man. Shout out to you. Yeah, man. So Forza, so far so good on Steam. If you go to Steam database and we look for Forza Horizon, we got they got more players now. Holy shit. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen again and show you guys what the fuck is up with Forza. So we go Steam database. This is how many players Forza Horizon has at the moment. This is really fucking good for them, bro. And this is like the super $120 for this shit people are playing to play Forza. The game is fucking fire, bro.
And that's not including what's on Xbox. And that's only people that are playing concurrently. That's not how many people have actually purchased the game. So keep that in mind as well. That line is going up
right now, Friday morning. To put it into perspective, I don't want to do this, but yeah, you look at Marathon and it has 6,000 players at the moment. Okay, we look at all the games like Subnautica. But this is the original Subnautica. No, even the original Subnautica has like, bro, this is the first game. We're gonna talk about Subnautica 2, but Subnautica 2, what? Almost 500,000 players, dude, in the 24-hour peak yesterday.
And again, that's early access for the next 2 years that dropped yesterday, and that's not including console. It's great.
Yeah, Subnautica, bro. I was playing. I think I have a clip here somewhere, actually, of me playing Subnautica. Let me see.
I mean, you have to look no further than the background of my picture right here, you know?
Yeah, Power Buzz, bro. This is me playing yesterday, some Subnautica. I was trying it out, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's like one of the most beautiful games I've seen this year. Look at this, bro. It felt like I was like, oh shit. And I don't know, it's just fun. Like, you know.
You know what's wild, Demo? There is already mods out, about 46 of them or so.
There's a VR one.
It makes this game look even better than what you're seeing on your system right here.
Well,
True HD.
It is
amazing.
Mod too. I've seen a VR mod too.
Yeah.
That is coming out. They're still developing it.
Yeah, they said that they're not actually going to officially support VR mods for the time being. They didn't do it with Below Zero either, so I don't expect it to be anytime soon. But this game, especially with multiplayer, is going to be hella crazy with mods
Yeah.
and the fact that it's multiplayer.
The game looks incredible. It's fun. It's pretty. It has everything that a good survival game has to have. So I can't wait to. We were talking about it, Pablo. So we're gonna be playing later. Maybe we should even stream it. Who knows? Maybe later in the afternoon because I do have to go to the gym after the show, man.
Hey,
But
after the show, I'm going to take a nap and I'll be down whenever you want to do it later.
yeah, but like honestly, amazing experience. The game runs extremely well. And by the way, guys, I forgot to tell you, but I got my Xbox back. I actually fixed it. So I've been enjoying gaming on my Xbox again, bro. And it's a fucking vibe. I've been playing on the Crimson Desert, which actually looks pretty good. I wasn't expecting it to look so good on the Xbox though. Because and I'm like, damn, man, that shit looked really crispy on the Xbox. I was playing on performance mode actually, and it actually run pretty well, man. No complaints. And I've been playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. I love the Yakuza games, so that's the plan. I'm gonna play Yakuza Like a Dragon, then Infinite Wealth, and then I'm gonna start all the way from zero to the latest one in the series. So, man, I feel like gaming is in a beautiful place at the moment, especially these couple of months, and the summer is coming. June showcase, Xbox showcase is around the corner. Then we got Summer Game Fest. Then we got E3 season, basically. We also got Gamescom. Then we're gonna see a Tokyo Game Show by around September, and it's just like not gonna stop for the rest of the year. It's just gonna be fire after fire after fire, man. Um, Lycos 45. Here we go with marathon. Oh man, different phones for different ones. Yeah. I wasn't like trying to knock down a marathon, but it's just like you feel me? Like you can tell, what game is gonna be extremely successful and what game like off the rip, right? But we also have some instances in which the games are coming out and they're not so successful, but then after updates and the devs putting in work, we got games like Rainbow Six, bro. Like came out, nobody gave a shit about it, and today is one of the most played games, undoubtedly. And it's just like the work that the devs put in. By the way, talking about marathon, we got it as part of of the. Let's talk about it. Since we already here, why not, bro? Let me pull it out because it's on here on Twitter. Hold on, because
Let's
marathon is
do it. Let's
changing
do it.
shit up. Marathon is changing shit up, and I do like this. I do like how marathon is changing, and they reading the room. Let me see, Lycos. I want to see what you think about this too, because okay, let me see. Uh, Marathon update. No. Bro, what was that shit, man? Hold on.
Well, I know you're talking with me about it behind the scenes. Basically, what we've been saying all along is that they're basically listening to the user base and
Mhm.
they're adding in a single player PVE mode
There you go.
or
Listen,
maybe a PvP PVE mode.
here it is in season
Yeah, there you go.
two, and this is a by the Marathon official website and everything. In season two, we will be experimenting with two modes: one at the beginning of the season and one towards the middle, later half of the season. The experimental mode at the beginning of the season will focus more on PVE. You heard that right, PVE, but with a light touch of PvP. So it's still gonna be mixed, but they're gonna have more emphasis on the PvE, which should bring back a few players that were struggling in the PvP. This is how and why Arc Raiders was so successful, because it included, right, not only the hardcore players that want to betray, that want to kill, that want to play the game in a hardcore way, but also included the casual player that just wanted to be friends with everybody and all of that. And I know how the marathon people feel. They be like, "Oh yeah, we're taking no prisoners. We don't want to be friends. We want to kill everybody." Yeah, but if you want your game to be successful and you want to have players to be, in these freaking lobbies, then you need to appeal to different people as well. It's not the matter. Like, listen, like, don't be selfish, guys. You need to share. So, I know the marathon is not gonna lose the essence because they're still gonna have a PvP mode only. You feel me? But they're gonna try different things because this is what you have to do. If it's not working, you have to find a different way, to bring in new players, which they so desperately need. And I hope that Marathon continues to improve so it can bring more players so that Bungie doesn't die and we can get Destiny 3 or whatever else Bungie can provide. Because at the end of the day, they've been, part of the culture. It'll be extremely sad to lose Bungie. I mean, it'll be, I'll basically cry because, I mean, Halo, they gave us the Halos, they gave us Destiny. And you know what I mean? I don't want to see them fucking die. I want them to be successful. How can they do this? Listening to feedback, adding more stuff to the game, trying out new shit, events, pouring
I
love
will
into the game.
say, as far as this goes for me, as somebody who tried the early access and the open beta that they had, which I know is not indicative of what the game launched as, a lot more things were added and fine tuned and this, that, and the other. With this, okay, I expect to be seeing about a surge of maybe half of what their top peak was at 80,000. So probably about 30 to 40,000 people coming back,
Yeah,
at least to try the update and see if they are doing this correctly. After that first week, we will see how many players are retained, and
right.
that will be the key factor of whether or not I will change my tune of whether or not Marathon, I think, will or will not succeed.
Right. I think
So
it's
I'll give it a fair
too
shake.
early to tell. Let's give him a little bit more
Exactly.
time. I would say, let's see. Let me continue to get over what they working on. The experimental mode at the beginning of the season will focus more on PvE, but with a light touch of PvP. The second experimental mode will be a PvE only mode that is focused on crews being tasked with completing objectives together and making some progress across matches. That sound like powerful? Like hopping a marathon. I don't want to be killed by sweat. Let's do something together. Work towards an objective. Maybe more gear. Maybe upgrading our
And what was
shells.
one of the criticisms that I had about the game when I played it, even though it was still only the early access? I said if they didn't add any PvE mode, then the way that they have it, where if you hop in and you lose everything if you die and you get sent back, you are going to have the sweats who are there day in, day out. And any new player that comes in is going to immediately get turned off because they're not going to be able to keep up, because you're going to have cheaters because it uses the same net code and um, DRM, not DRM,
Yeah,
anti cheat that they
anti-cheat.
use.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
use the
They
same one
all
as Destiny 2, and everything that is wrong with Destiny 2 is happening in Marathon, because I even watched somebody that entered in a map. It was their first time playing, and they got shot from across the map with a sniper rifle, and that same player in like the next 2 or 3 matches down the road, their team was calling out somebody who was cheating on the other team, and they still couldn't get away and extract on the map.
yeah. Okay, so
So it happens.
back to Marathon and what they're doing. This is straight out of Bungie, and they say we'll continue to run experimental queues. I like that. Beyond these two offerings for season 2 and beyond, testing the waters around other mechanics, such as perhaps a more purely PvP focused mode, with the potential for this to become part of the core game loop or permanent new ways to play. Thank you. Give us new ways to play the game, because you know what happened? You stop playing Marathon for a few days. What happened? The other dude that has been playing for a long time stop. And for what I've seen online, the people who continue to play, they continue to enjoy the game more and more. but the people who come back, they're not enjoying the game as much anymore. Why? Because they are behind. They don't have the same gear. They can, they like the economy is not constant or consistent, and as a result, they get frustrated and they quit. Okay, so PvE, in my opinion, is a good way to attract the casual players, the players that say, the people say, who gives a shit about the casuals? The casuals, they buy skins. The casuals give you engagement. The casuals give you word of mouth.
Now, I know from a bunch of ponies that
Yeah.
they are not supporting this game
Oh,
because their primary focus is anything to do with a PvE solo experience only. And those people alone are a detriment to anything that Sony has to put out. This game was day one everywhere. Xbox had it day one, PlayStation had it day one, and it was on PC day one. It did numbers. It could not retain anything. So yes, Lycos, I know every game has cheaters. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying it is very easy to cheat in this game specifically, given how bad cheaters were running rampant in Destiny 2. And the fact that this uses the same anti-cheat as that does. So, it is what it is. It happens. I'm not saying that other games don't have cheaters. I'm just saying that the rampant cheaters on this, those that are still playing, like Demo was saying, if you keep playing, you're going to be up to date. You're going to know all the tips and tricks of each of the maps. You're going to know which weapons you like and which ones you don't. You're going to know how to spot a newbie on another team just by the fact that you can shoot them in one shot. And, the way they're trying to run around and dodge your shots and not know the hiding spots and things like that. So anybody who takes even a week break, they're going to come back and not have the slightest clue what to do. They're going to be so far behind in gear. They're going to be so far behind in equipment and, levels if they're not max level already.
yeah.
That even when it comes to the new season coming out, seasons are when everything gets reset. Seasons are when everything goes back to zero. So again, I'm expecting a surge of players. People are probably going to go back up into the 30 to 40,000s playing this, even on Steam. I don't know about the console because I don't know how much the console sold. I just know Steam sold more. But the retention is going to be what is going to be the deciding factor of whether or not everybody's going to keep playing it. And then on top of that, PlayStation just had Saros launch. So people are going to be hopping on that, which we're going to get into later on the show here.
Yes, sir.
We got Subnautica 2 that just launched on Xbox. Today is early access for Forza Horizon 5 for those who got the higher tier versions of the game. Next week it launches, and it's on Game Pass. And there's so many other games that are coming out, PC, Steam, and Xbox, that, even just last week, Heroes of Might and Magic from Ubisoft, Olden Era, just dropped. It's a prequel to the series, and it's the 8th game in the series. And it looks amazing if you like those games. And it's one of the last good IPs that Ubisoft actually has.
Yes, sir.
We got Division 2 here on the screen. They just came out with Division Resurgence.
They have a new
to be
update
play
for
on-
Division 2 as well, which is
to play on PC.
Yeah.
And that's only a handful of things that are coming out. Not to mention, we just got Slay the Spire 2 the other week. We are getting so many great games that people are liking. It's all about the retention. If after the first week, whatever that spike in Marathon goes up to on Steam, that's not to say what the console is going to do, but from Steam alone, that is going to be indicative of whether or not it is going to, in fact, recover and survive, or Bungie, unfortunately, is going to go the way of the dodo.
Yeah. I hope not, man. But Eternal D87 says something here. It will be funny how everyone still will change if Marathon succeed in the long run. I would love that. I would love for the tune to change, dude. A lot of people tune in here in the show and think that I want Marathon and we want Marathon to fail. We want the opposite because we love Bungie, bro. Even though I know a lot of people hate Bungie, like with their guts. I know people who hate Bungie. They don't want nothing to do with Bungie. because of what they did to Destiny
I'll
2.
put it this way from my perspective. I don't like or hate Bungie. I don't like or hate Marathon. I'm just calling it like it is when I see problems in a game,
Yes, sir.
period. Because even Subnautica 2, I played 7 hours of that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
there are things that I like and dislike about that already. But the game, aside from being visually stunning, is harder than the first two games, larger than the first two games, and it is amazing of what they did with it. And that's on UE5 and doesn't have stutters.
No, it runs beautifully, man. But yeah, man, we want to see Marathon succeed. I hope that they continue to listen to their community and to other gamers too, because your community, you already have it on your side. Listen to them, but also listen to how can we get more gamers to hop in the marathon train. That's basically their homework, and they need to go ahead and deliver that, whether it be a new story mode, whether it be a new multiplayer mode, whether it be arena mode. I will hop in marathon more if they have an arena mode that we do 5v5 and it's just straight, like, whatever. And I know a lot of people say, oh, you will be dividing the community, but at the same time you'll be bringing in more players, which is like, okay, like do you have a bigger community at the end of the day? The players who's gonna like the extraction part of the game, they're gonna continue to play that part. At this point, there's no telling them not to play that shit. That's
I
what they
mean,
like.
even we said that was a bad game from day one. We
Hmm.
all said why it was a bad game. I gave my personal three reasons of things that they could do to fix a lot of the things. They did one of the three. It works phenomenally, got players back into the game, and then about a week later, they decided that they're just going to close the whole thing, studio and
Yeah,
the game, and everybody was asked out. Yeah, it was a free to play, whereas
yeah,
Marathon you have to spend to get in the first place. But at the same time, I'm not about to give a judgment of a game good or bad. I'm going to say what's wrong with it and how I personally think they could fix it.
yeah, and bring more players. Listen, um, the thing with live service games and shooters that I've been noticing a lot is that they want you to hop in a multiplayer game, but there is no story. There is no character development. There is no that is it's like so fucking empty and shallow that it's just like, here's a gun, here's some bullets, go kill. Okay, why? Why am I doing this? Like, that's why games like Halo, games like Gears were so enticing to people. You know what? Because they see a reason why you go in there and get into arena to kill each other. You know what I'm saying? The Locust versus, the Cog, the Elites versus, the Spartans. You feel me? Like, there is like a thing that makes you want to play the game beyond what just it is just the fun gameplay, which I believe is important, because if you think about it, games like Counter Strike, they don't have no character development or nothing. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. It's just straight shooting. But you know what? The core gameplay is so good that people can overlook that. But with games like Marathon, is different. You're not Counter Strike. You're Marathon. Marathon originally was a single player game. Like, respect your community, to respect the people who consider Marathon to be a classic. Give him a story, dog. Like, that's all we're asking. You did it with Destiny, why can't you do it with Marathon? Reason why Destiny was
Oh,
so
and those of you
successful.
who didn't know, the original Marathon games are free on Steam right now. You can just go and claim them,
Oh, I
the
didn't
older
know that.
ones.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm gonna claim that shit right now, bro. I'm gonna go
Marathon
ahead
1
and
and
check that
2. I don't know if there was a third one, but the original that they developed. Because
out.
remember, Marathon's not a new IP. It's just being remade
Oh
into
yeah,
a new
Classic
version of the
Marathon
IP. Yep,
is free.
yep.
Sure,
So
I'm gonna claim.
just be aware, it's a very different game than what they tried to do with this one.
Yeah, yeah. The Marathon is basically it was basically like Doom, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, Lego
Well,
says there is three of them.
every game back in the day was basically Doom. So
Mhm.
I don't really get that disrespect
Yeah,
that
yeah.
people have on Doom. Like, chill
No,
out.
no, I agree. I agree.
I'm actually, look, I'm gonna show you right now, because I can actually share the screen here to show you what real Marathon look like. And you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Because I know a lot of people haven't even seen this shit, dog. You feel me? A lot of people haven't even seen this shit. Let me go ahead, kill the noise, and so you can see this is what marathon used to look like. Look, listen, like what does that remind you of? Like straight up, like Doom, right? Like look back in the day. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see a power bus?
Yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm. So that's
But yeah,
basically how
that's
marathon
exactly
used
what
to
it
look.
was.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein original Doom 1 and 2 graphics. That's
Yep.
exactly what it was.
Yep. This is the beginnings of
So
marathon.
I think that's another big portion of a lot of the lack of retention is people who have played the classic Marathon, Marathon 2, Marathon 3, the older games, and they're expecting this to
Mm-hmm.
be a continuation, and it just wasn't. Or if it is, there's no single player, no PvE mode, no story building to build on that to tell you, hey, this is either a continuation, this happens in between, this happens after, this happens before. It's literally just being thrown into the wolves, and the most story that you get is the beginning cutscene when you first boot up the game for the first time, and that doesn't tell you very much at all.
Yeah. So, well, let's move on from Marathon. I wish them the best. I hope the game succeeds because I actually own it and I have it on install because I haven't really got nobody to play with, and playing that game by myself is not enjoyable to me. Okay. So, I hope they bring, like, give me a story mode. If they give me a story mode, like I don't know, 5 hour campaign, give something like that with like some cool cut scenes and shit. Make it like a full game, dog. You know what I'm saying? Even if it is expansion, I will definitely hop back in because I do enjoy some of the gameplay in there, bro. So I don't think it's all bad. Now let's go back to Xbox and what they do with the consoles because I feel like we were skeptical a lot about Asha Sharma and what her intentions with Xbox were. We didn't know at the beginning. Everybody was like, she's gonna turn Xbox into AI core. She's gonna turn Xbox into this whatever thing that no one gives a fuck about. Everything is gonna be automated. DLSS 5, all that shit. She got involved in all of that. A lot of people were judging her and saying that she wasn't a real gamer. A lot of people were calling her that she was a butt, that she wasn't doing nothing and she was not going to take any action, but she's proved everybody wrong, bro, because since she like got a hold of the Xbox brand, she's done a lot of things that we never thought that they were going to happen. Okay, so in such a short period of time, she's revisited and revised Xbox strategy multiple times. So the first thing that she did was to be like, you know what, the console is important. We're gonna go ahead and make the console. What the fuck happened to this shit? Um, my camera is going crazy. We're gonna make Xbox, the Xbox console, super important. I don't know what the fuck happened to my background too. Like, what the hell just happened? But anyways, I think I don't know what happened here, bro. My shit went crazy. Must have been all the like.
I have no idea either. I just
No, I don't
noticed
know.
it. I was
My
gonna say
camera went
something.
crazy, bro. Like,
I don't know what happened either.
are you fucking for real? Are you drunk? Okay, here we go. We better. Okay, so basically, Asha Sharma.
Yeah,
We were all skeptical to make the long story short, and she is being making great moves. She's improved the achievement system on Xbox that is being untouched for almost a decade. That they haven't done anything to it, and now she basically gives you badges, right? To show off for all those people who like to achievement hunt. Now you have even more of a reason to do it because you got these badges who told you like you made it to 1 million, you made it to 100,000, whatever you own, whatever you guys
I think I'm
like.
sitting at about 42, 43,000 myself. So I'm like in the middle of the early side, and it goes all the way up to 10 million. And the last one is the only one that we cannot see.
Yeah, I got
I think it looks good.
to a 90,000. I got 10K just to hit the 100,000. people who know me and they know how I play, they know I play a lot of multiplayer games. So when you play a lot of multiplayer games, the achievement hunt and shit becomes like, yeah, you're not getting that many achievements because it's extremely hard to get achievements
Now,
online.
I will say if I were an achievement hunter, which I'm not, and I were to go back, I can probably increase my gamer score up to about 250,000. That's how
Yeah,
many games on Xbox I've played.
bro, if I go back and start like like achievement hunting and shit, like so what people do and they do with guides and stuff. And by the way, some of these achievements are glitch. I seen somebody yesterday, I'm not gonna mention who it is, but he has a YouTube channel, Xbox content creator. He played Infinite Wealth for 4 hours and he had 100% of achievements. That is fucking weird and shady. So I feel like there is a way to exploit how many achievement points and shit you get, because there's no way that you play Infinite Wealth for 4 hours and you have 100% of the achievements, because that game is insanely long. And that wasn't the only one. He had a bunch of other games that he played for like 2 3 hours. He had all the achievements. I'm not gonna say who it is, but a lot of
I
people
can
like to
think of
play.
a few ways that might have been accomplishing it, but none of them are like shady or nefarious. It's literally a screw up on Xbox's side.
Yeah, definitely. Like that shouldn't be possible. But that the people who like to flex that share, that's why I don't whatever. I put more respect on somebody who's good at a multiplayer game than somebody who has a bunch of achievements. Honestly. So, anyways, bro, that's good because a lot of people like the achievements, and some people love to hunt them. And I'm glad that they're doing that. Not only that, she immediately gave us a new startup for the Xbox console, which I think is important. She revitalized the logo, made it green again, like the way that it's supposed to be. And I feel like she's been doing great, and she's been doing great at marketing more Xbox. Xbox now has better marketing too. We see in Gears of War being marketed in the triple A
Did you see the
WrestleMania.
Forza Horizon 6 in Japan marketing?
Yes, sir. Not in
My
Japan,
God. No,
everywhere.
no, it was in Shibuya,
Mhm.
Shibuya, Japan, the biggest one. The only problem is people were commenting saying, "Hey, we want to buy this game. We can't even get an Xbox out here. What's going on? We need to get stock out here." And
Yeah.
that's the next thing that needs to be tackled.
And look, about the old leadership, I know a lot of people feel like Phil Spencer and Salabone fucked up and shit. But to be fair, Phil Spencer brought Xbox back from the dead. He did whatever he could. Um, my opinion is Satya Nadella didn't trust Phil the way he's trusting Asha. Okay. And that's the main thing and the main takeaway that I want you guys to understand. I feel like Asha has all the backup, you know, and I feel like she has more room to work with. While Phil Spencer was being maybe more restrained. And I feel like, they did what they could. I think the whole Xbox, this is an Xbox campaign, was probably to the detriment of the brand, but it also opened the eyes to people to see how many Xbox, games they were, and how open the ecosystem is. And I think that was also attractive to some people. And as somebody who doesn't give a fuck about like exclusives, honestly, I feel like that was like the ideal that the ideal thing for gamers, right? How it's supposed to be. Everybody's included, everybody play every game, and there's nobody left out. And when everybody plays, everybody wins type shit, which sounded amazing and romantic, but it wasn't realistic, right? So, which is why she's revisiting the exclusive strategy, and we're seeing Forza having a period of exclusivity this time around. Uh, Sony PlayStation fans are saying the Xbox got no exclusives, but ask them if they're playing Forza this month, and they are not. They're basically playing it on YouTube while we play on Game Pass, bro. We didn't even have to buy the game.
Whip it, flip it, you know how I get it. Game Pass day one, no wonder that you jelly. I press A, I download, and I play, We are not the same, Sony ponies gotta pay. I press A, I download, and I play,
So yeah, I press A, I download, and I play. That's back because Game Pass, another thing that she did was to lower the price. I know Call of Duty is not included, but we had Call of Duty for like 3 years in a row on Game Pass. Ponies didn't get that shit. We are probably gonna get a discount on the next Call of Duty as well for being part of the Game Pass. You know, it'll go into the service a year later, which Sony PlayStation, it will never go into the service. And it's not the only game that we get from Xbox, because we get Fable, Gears, Clockwork Revolution, State of Decay 3, Forza Horizon 6. So now they got dropped into the service. People don't like to count these third-party games, but it dropped into the service. We also got another game that was highly critically acclaimed and criticized at the same time, Mixtape. It dropped on Game Pass, whether you like it or not. Might be shit, you might like it, you might hate it, but it's in the service regardless. Who gives a shit? You feel me? So the fact is that she's making Game Pass better. She's making Xbox better. And I would like to give her the flowers, because she's doing so far a great job. She might step on the rake later. She might fucked up. She might be setting us up. Who knows? But for now,
I mean, let's face it, no CEO is perfect. Not even Phil Spencer. He did great for the brand, but he's not infallible. His is only 4 games moment, for instance. 2022, when they had no first party games coming out, and it was all third party. It was a couple good bangers here and there. They did have Pentiment that came out. Hi-Fi Rush released that year, I believe. There were some bangers, but because it wasn't Xbox first party, that's where Xbox got no games. Yeah. Now this is Sony's year saying, hey, we're scaling back to only one tentpole title a year. They're being heavily carried by third-party games.
Yep. And
so what's the difference?
To be fair too, Power Boss, the third-party game support is not the same. They're not getting Final Fantasy anymore. Those deals with Final Fantasy, they're not getting those deals with Capcom. They're not getting those deals.
And now those third-party deals are 90% of them multi-plat day one.
No, and 90% of them Chinese games.
That too.
So Sony PlayStation literally turned into the Chinatown of video games. Nothing against the Chinese games, by the way. They are pretty good. We got what is the monkey game? Wukong. We got Wu-Chang.
Wu Chang, and
those are
I'm the new one that's coming out, Phantom Blade Zero.
Phantom Blade Zero. I'm not knocking down Chinese games.
All and Xbox just got support from Korea with Wuthering Waves. That's finally on Xbox.
Wuthering Waves, latest review, I think by IGN, gave him a 10 out of 10. Wuthering Waves. But the gameplay of Wuthering Waves, to be fair, is extremely good.
Yes, it is.
It is extremely addicting. It has the gacha mechanics, which I don't agree or don't like, but it's actually pretty cool. By the way, this game is coming out too. We missed it last week. It was the game making the noise, a lot of noise. It was like similar to Ananta. I forgot the name. Ananta is a Japanese or Chinese GTA. But I know the game came out, which you can play from the browser, and it was similar. I forgot the name. It was heavily talked about last week, and you can only play it from the browser at the moment from their website, but it's coming to Steam soon. Damn, what the fuck is the game, bro? Let me see, because I actually have it in the bookmark. Somebody in chat, can you tell me? It's like a Korean game, if I'm not mistaken. Damn, bro. I did have the bookmark last week. What was it?
I don't know. I can't think of it.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. give me a second, because
I know about Heroes of Might and Magic Golden Era, Subnautica 2, Forza Horizon 6, Slay the Spire 2. Those are pretty much the biggest games. We just got Kiln last week as well.
Yeah. What's the game,
Chinese
bro?
Korea.
Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. I need to find it. Let me see, because I,
I
I
don't know.
think I actually sent it to one of the homies. We were talking about it.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
God damn it, I forgot.
Double A tile, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
NTE. So
Oh, okay. I've
yeah,
had a few of my friends playing that. Yes.
this one, NTE. I don't know the thing, but let me show you.
Never
This one basically.
to
That is like a
never
G
to end or something like that. Yeah.
anime. This one, yeah, that is also mobile, but they say the game looks incredible, and that one
Yep.
is free to play. It's coming on Steam as well. I don't know if it's coming to consoles, but I kind of want to play it too. It's like a GTA. Well, before GTA, why not? Also, another thing talking about GTA, supposedly their pre-orders have been leaked or something like that. So it's almost a fact that it's coming at the date that they said that it was gonna come out in October. So we'll see. I mean, so far I'm excited for GTA, but at the same time, not really, because we've been disappointed so many times with the delays and all that that I'm just like gonna wait until the actual comes out.
Oh, and we also get next week demo. Or maybe it's the week after, but this month for sure.
Which
Beast of Reincarnation.
Beast of the Reincarnation as well. Is it coming out in June?
That's the one that's from Game Freak.
Yeah. That game looked really good.
Because I just pre-installed it onto my Xbox when I was downloading for Subnautica 2.
Oh shit.
I know it has a release date. It's this month. I just don't remember which day.
No, still, bro, we got a long way to go. It's in August 4th.
Really? It's that far away?
So uninstall that shit and save your space. Yeah.
I got plenty of space. I ain't worried about that.
Oh, okay, cool. But I don't. So
Yeah, Lyco's got it. Neverness to Everness, NTE.
yeah. Let me see. So yeah, man, that's basically what's going on. Now,
yeah.
last week we couldn't make it, but a lot of news came out last week, and a lot of people didn't even talk about it, bro. Because you already know the vibes, man. These people won't be telling you everything, man. So Sony PlayStation is all in with AI, dude. You heard about that, Power Boss? Guys, do you hear about that? They all in with AI. And generative AI is not the other AI that people say is cool. It's the one that people hate the most.
It's literally the one that everybody is saying that they don't emphatically want in anything to do with their video games. They accused Expedition 33 of it. They accused like 3 or 4 other games at the same time that were all banger of games, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. You know, they went as far back as Baldur's Gate 3 to try and discredit Larian. And we all know that that was false in every aspect of what they were trying to claim, too.
Okay, so we're going to share our screen here, and shout out to WCCF Tech. And here it comes, man. Sony becomes the biggest publisher to openly embrace AI in game development just months after Larian's backlash. Ay. The fuck going on, bro? Shit, I told Sony PlayStation would never.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Listen, man, I've been told that Sony PlayStation would never engage in such activities. But here we are, guys. What the fuck is going on? Like, somebody please.
Not only that demo,
explain.
but they also announced in that same announcement that they are bringing it to every PlayStation studio, especially the first two to adopt it were Sony's Santa Monica, which is God of War, and everything to do with God of War. They're pretty much the God of War studio at this point, and Naughty Dog. And their next game Intergalactic. And we don't even know if any of the other games that are, even coming out remotely soon are going to be close to anything to do with, an upcoming game soon or a few years. But yeah, I thought it was bad when Xbox was doing it. Yet Asha Sharma, who was the launch program for the Copilot and Core AI team for Xbox and Microsoft, is now head of Xbox, saying that she's removing Copilot from the next iteration of updates. Uh-oh, what happened?
It's the old bait and switch, Bobby. They're all like, we're gonna go this way, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. And we're like making a quick turn, and boom, you hit your face against the wall because you were following and not leading. And that's what the fuck is going on. Listen, man. And here's the narratives, right? And the whole thing, the Xbox tax, if you will, that people said that it doesn't exist. This shit didn't blow up at all. At all. There was no outrage. There was no viral posts or videos. There were no YouTube videos made about this shit. No one, literally nobody talked about this shit.
If I'm not mistaken, I saw a total of about 4 posts. 4. And I think that's being generous. 4 posts that even discussed about Sony going all in on AI. Oh, and let's not talk about the 2 lawsuits that Sony have against them that they both lost. One of them is massive.
Bro, okay. So let me see. We are going to go into the article and we're going to break it down what the fuck is going on with Sony. So, in a corporate earnings strategy presentation, this is not like somebody online or Nate DeHay or not an insider. This is them in a corporate earning strategy presentation telling you what they're going to be doing. And PlayStation CEO Hideaki Nishino have shared more details about their new AI-based strategy for PlayStation Studio.
Listen, it is what it is. This will be my last PlayStation. Thank you, Herman Souls. Thank you, Hiroki Totoki. Thank you all for fucking up the brand. Well done. Fuck off.
Damn. Listen, there is not one pony channel talking about this, but they spend their time on Twitter being condoms, protecting Saros from having low sales, and a pretty fucked up story that nobody gives a fuck about. You know what I mean? They ruin the game. And you know what? They could have the best gameplay in the world. You know what? A lot of people are not going to touch that game. And you know why? Because they fucked up. They fucked it up and people didn't like it. Now, the gameplay, the mechanics of the game, they could be top notch. But this ruined their fucking game. They ruined their game. And they out there defending that while all of this shit is happening in the background. And they keep quiet about it. My question is, when are the Sony PlayStation fanboys going to stop the cap and face the actual reality that it is the decline of Sony PlayStation?
Oh, they won't. Did you see all the news and information that they were passing out after Microsoft's financial report? Oh, the hardware is down for Xbox by 33% year over year. Imagine that. We knew the hardware for Xbox wasn't selling, but guess what? It's just not selling as much. It's still selling. Yeah, sure, it may only be 100,000 copies or less of the hardware, especially after the price hike. But then what happens? They wrote all these posts, all these articles about how Xbox bad. What happened the next week? This just passed this week.
No one said nothing, dude. Nobody.
PlayStation came out with their financial report. minus 46% year over year. And not a damn peep. I saw one article. One.
No, bro, it's like almost PlayStation fucked up. Because, I mean, the Xbox earnings weren't the best, but they were, I mean, the only negative they have is the hardware. That Sony PlayStation best thing about the best part about Sony PlayStation is the console sales. And that shit
No.
tanked.
Xbox financials were all down. They were all negative.
Yeah.
But only the hardware was double digits. Software and services, I think, was like minus 12%. Games and services was like 7%. And there was something else that it was like 3 to 5% or something like that negative. They were all negative. But you also have to think, you take the biggest negative that Xbox has outside of the hardware minus 33%, and you look at how much they still made at that negative whatever percentage. We'll say we'll take the negative 12%. That negative 12% is still making more money in just that category for Xbox than the entirety of PlayStation.
Bro, this is insanity. Well, let's get into the article, right? Because I mean, hey, I'm demo. Demo. Somebody called me yesterday. Demo blow. Somebody, demo blow. Whatever. All these ponies come out with the layman's fucking insults. But look, what do I know? This is the article, and it was taken straight out of the earnings strategy presentation. The original story says, alongside the earnings report, Sony today is revealing. Let me make it bigger here so I can see it. A wide-ranging generative AI strategy built around a single guiding principle. AI augments human creativity. It doesn't replace it. Speaking at the FY25 earnings presentation, Sony Group CEO Hiroki Totoki said, let me see. Human creativity must remain at the center. AI is a powerful tool, but it's not a replacement for artists or creators. It is an amplifier of human imagination and catalyst for new possibilities. And that I agree on. But what you're doing, bro, is not what you're talking about. You are using generative AI to develop video games. And that's something that I've been told, because me and you, Power Boss, we don't give a fuck about this. You know, remember this shit. This is like a lot of people hate AI. We don't hate AI. We have our.
You don't hate AI. I understand AI.
Exactly.
Because
we understand.
I had a 17 article post on Twitter myself that was describing how AI has been used since the very beginning of Pong, all the way up until the latest iteration of generative AI, and how it's used today. And what the difference is between each generation of AI moving forward. Generative AI is just the latest of it.
So, Sonic Pictures has already invested more than 50 million in AI capabilities, covering production, planning, content protection, enterprise productivity, data analytics, innovation, and 3D conversion. Sony Music is pursuing an industry-wide standard for labeling AI-generated content. So even in the music, they're using this shit. By the way, my latest video that the little short that I did dancing in there with the pony, I made the background, let's say the beat with AI. Okay, so thank you, AI, but I'm poor and I'm a dad and I'm a working person. I don't have people at my disposal for production, so I had to do everything myself, so that's why I use AI. Because
I will add a caveat to this. Okay, generative AI, even though it's the latest iteration, is still not bad. The problem is the people who are behind it, because remember, all AI is only as good as the person writing in the prompts for the code.
Okay, but let's keep going, because all the people who hated on DLSS 5, this is gonna hit different. Okay, so Mockingbird is an internal tool that generates facial animations from performance capture data in a fraction of the traditional time. So no mocap, no more actors, right? It was already adopted in Naughty Dog. Ooh, what? So hold up, Power Boss. They've been using this shit for a while, just like you said, huh? But on the hush, on the low key, because nobody has to know. And including on cheap games, San Diego Studio just released MLB The Show 26, so that could be the first Sony published game to use the technology. Yikes! MLB The Show has AI all over the place. Has it been scrutinized online? It's one of the best.
I haven't heard a single peep about it.
No one even knows it. Sony PlayStation Pro, again, doing a best fucking job at people not finding out what the fuck is going on within them, bro. It's insane how no one knows about all this shit, but Demo Blow don't know shit, right? Okay, let me see. An AI hair animation tool converts video footage of real hairstyles into strand level 3D models, eliminating what was previously one of the most labor intensive processes in character art. So they use it for the hair too. Wider studio automation across first-party PlayStation developers now covers repetitive workflow, software engineering, productivity, QA acceleration, and 3D modeling.
So I will say about the hair thing, if I'm not mistaken, it's one studio that Sony has that developed an entire code name program that any studio using the generative AI can plug their pictures and models and things into this program, and it will make the strands 3D modeled for you.
Listen, I'm tired of talking about this shit, bro. They dirty, man. They using AI and nobody gives a fuck. Nobody calls aloud. But here comes NVIDIA using AI as a filter to better your game. Everybody clowns it. Here comes Crimson Desert, right? With a couple of AI pictures. They got the smoke. Expedition 33, right? They were even saying remove of the awards, yada yada, because they use AI.
Two of them were left in the game unintentionally, and then it was supposed to be only placeholders anyway.
Yeah, but here comes PlayStation. Boom, it doesn't. No one.
Moving on from the AI, have you, Demo, heard about the 2 lawsuits that PlayStation have both lost?
Okay, Power Boss, I don't really know about I know you sent me one that it was like a $2 billion lawsuit that is almost like the same price as fucking Bungie. Bungie wasn't like 3 billion, something like that. So explain to these people like
the first lawsuit.
What the fuck is going on?
So the first lawsuit was here in the States.
So for this one,
the first lawsuit was basically anti-consumer practices, and they are paying out, I believe it's $700,000, which is approximately about $12 to $14 per player. Okay. Now, in the UK, the one that I sent you, Demo, the $2 billion UK lawsuit has been going on for a while, 4 years, and it dates back until 2016. Sony doing anti-consumer practices. The video that I actually sent to you, they even say it in the video that PlayStation is doing anti-consumer practices. Basically saying you can't go to third-party websites, Reloaded, CD keys, or anything like that, to buy a cheaper copy of a digital key for a PlayStation game on the PlayStation Store. It is literally only available on the PlayStation Store digitally, or if you happen to manage to get a physical copy in a store like a GameStop.
So for this one,
that lawsuit is $2 billion that ends today. We won't hear about the result of it for a couple months, but it's pretty much a done deal that they lost it, and it's going to be between 140 and 180 euros per UK player, totaling $2 billion dating back to 2016. If you have made a digital purchase on a PlayStation, you are automatically enrolled if you're in the UK.
Damn. So what you're telling me, in other words, is like PlayStation's been stealing your money, basically, and you being out here defending it. Wow, sounds like they've been pimping your ass. But let me go ahead and play it, because I got the video that you sent me, and we're gonna see. This is not IGN. This is not,
This is an actual official UK news source, mind you.
Facts.
This is not a gaming's media centric channel. This is official lawsuit.
Let's see what. Let me turn on the captions so some people can read, and let's see what the fuck is going on.
Over to Matt for Watchdog as he delves into the case against one of the world's most popular gaming platforms.
Yes, the PlayStation 5 was the best-selling console of last year. However, Sony, the company that makes it, is currently facing a lawsuit over claims it's been excessively and unfairly charging millions of its customers. So, ahead of the legal hearing coming to an end on Friday, I sat down with consumer champion Alex Neil.
We were gonna say something. You said something? Huh?
You might want to hide the banner across the bottom. They can't see all the captions.
There we go.
To find out more. The first PlayStation was released over 30 years ago, and as technologies develop, there's been a shift away from physical games to the point where certain models of the latest PlayStation don't even have disk drives.
Okay, right? Because I know that a lot of people cooked the Xbox Series S, right, for not having a disk drive. But we all know that the PlayStation 0 Digital exists and didn't even get the same smoke. In part because it has more power than the Series S, to be fair, but it's the same shit. No disk drive. So let's start there.
Instead, people have to go here to Sony's online PlayStation store, buy a game, and download it onto their console. Because these online-only customers are effectively locked into buying from Sony, the argument is that Sony's created a monopoly. The real question is this, though. Are they using that market power to charge customers unfairly?
Damn. Yes, they are. And we know this shit for a long time. Dynamic pricing.
Didn't we recently see somebody who went and saw a game digitally that they wanted to buy on the PlayStation Store, and when they logged into their official account to actually buy it, the price went up from what they were shown?
Yes, sir. Let's keep going.
New PlayStation games from the online store can cost over £100.
What? How come we didn't know that?
Which has left PlayStation users like Kia struggling to keep up. Are you the only gamer in your household?
I'm not, no. I have 2 children, 11 and 8, single mom, you know, all the bills I have to pay. The price of games has gotten absolutely ridiculous.
But here we are. This is a real person, not a pony on Twitter, telling you that gaming is becoming expensive. Yet we have like clowns like Colin Moriarty saying that they're willing to pay $100. Listen, papi, you know, not everybody's willing to pay that shit, especially when you got kids. She has 2 kids. Imagine if one kid in the same month wants a game, and the other kid wants another game. That's 2 games. $70 a pop. That's $140. You could literally take your kids to McDonald's for a whole week with $140, and you still got some more for the next time, even though McDonald's is expensive. But I'm just saying, just to put it into perspective.
Nothing changes. See you later, Sony.
If nothing changes, see you later, Sony. Look at her face. I'm gonna actually take a screenshot of this one because it's hilarious.
Oh no! There's one that's better after her. Keep watching.
No. Yeah. But I'm gonna take a screenshot because why not? I'm gonna do it right here. If nothing changes, I'll see you later, Sony. This is a beautiful screenshot. Okay, let's go ahead. Keep going.
Gareth's been a fan of PlayStation for over 20 years and says he's bought the disc version of hundreds of games. But now he feels like he's being pushed towards buying downloadable games that are only sold through its online store.
I think it's outrageous. I think Sony...
Damn, he even got the pony specials.
are just cornering the market.
Gareth also feels that it's unfair that PlayStation games bought online often cost more than the physical version, especially as once you've bought them, you can't resell them on afterwards.
I think it should be a little bit cheaper because there's nothing, physical about.
I agree with that. And Nintendo is the only one out of the big three that has already implemented that the digital games are cheaper than the physical. I had to agree with this guy right here, man. And look, he's a real PlayStation fan.
I will also point out that they do not consider game key cards digital.
Okay.
So those are still physical game prices.
More on that too, because Xbox is doing something about that shit. We gotta talk about it as well.
At the digital game.
Consumer rights campaigner Alex Neil is hoping that all this could be about to change. She's been working on a class action lawsuit against Sony for the past 4 years, alleging that 11 million UK PlayStation customers have paid more than they should when they made purchases from Sony's online store.
Okay, so for all the people trying to defend Sony, you got actual people being screwed. All right? Yeah, you go on Twitter and you defend Sony for this anti-consumer practice. I'm not saying that Xbox doesn't do it. I'm not saying Nintendo doesn't do it. But usually when that shit happens, we call it out.
No. See, here's the difference. Even Nintendo and Xbox, you can still go to places like Loaded, CD Keys, or key websites, and you can buy the digital games from those websites. And Nintendo and Xbox will honor it. PlayStation does not. Period.
Yeah.
That is the difference.
So there's no CD.
And you said it was.
Anytime you go to, like, say, Reloaded, PlayStation is never there.
And can I, what was
The
name
most
of
that you
the
can get made is the online service.
All right, let's get it.
This week, and I'm catching up with her as she's preparing her final arguments.
Well, we think that consumers during the period of our claim have been overcharged by around 20%. So that adds up to around £2 billion. So this is huge amounts of money.
A lot of people would say they can charge whatever they feel to be the appropriate price.
What would normally happen is prices would be competed down by other players in the market. Where you have one big dominant player, there's less of that effect. And so the law puts special conditions onto that company to make sure that consumers are protected and not ripped off.
Alex
And not ripped off. Do you catch that shit? Holy crap.
believes that if successful, millions of PlayStation customers could be awarded around £180 each in compensation, and she hopes the case will provoke change. Why would it save me money as a gamer?
Sony should allow game publishers or developers to build their own stores within the PlayStation and allow them to retail and sell their own games. If you introduce some competition, then you should see cheaper prices.
But Sony PlayStation wants that 30%. So they won't allow that to happen. Okay? Just know that.
I'm meeting technology journalist Guy Cocker to understand how Sony compares to its competitors. Guy, is there a fundamental injustice there as far as you can see?
So the key fact of the case is that PlayStation operates differently to its competitors. So by way of example, a racing game coming out on Xbox, if you buy that on the Xbox store, it'll be about £60 for the standard version of the game. I was able to find that online a third cheaper just by shopping around for it. PlayStation doesn't allow that. So
there you go. That's exactly what you were doing. With Xbox, you can use something like CD Key and other external, right? Stores with PlayStation, that's not allowed. You get what you get. It is what it is.
it's essentially got a walled garden where you can only buy games at the prices that it sets.
People understand the price. It's not hidden. Where's the unfairness?
Well, as consumers, we're used to being able to buy games secondhand when they're physical. I think that the next PlayStation won't even have a disc drive. These are being phased out by manufacturers because, again, they want to sell you these products digitally.
When we wrote to Sony, it disputed that it's dominant in the market and denied overcharging customers by 20%. It said strong competition from other consoles keeps its digital game prices competitive, adding that allowing third-party game stores would make the console less secure and deliver a worse experience for players.
Right, but a more expensive experience, and that is not an excuse, right? Because, like, I mean, they're a corporation, and they're supposed to be able to protect their players no matter where they get the games from, you know? And they're not doing that. In fact, they're doing the opposite, which is like to the detriment of the customer. All right, let's go.
With the hearing due to finish on Friday, we caught up with Alex for some last-minute thoughts.
I think we believe we've really presented compelling evidence that suggests that Sony is acting anti-competitively and has harmed consumers. And it's now over to the tribunal to make that decision.
But it's funny that she's out there fighting for your rights and you are defending Sony, from screwing you up like this.
And what she's talking about, that's today.
Yeah, that's today. It's supposed to be today. We will find out.
So, well, they say in this that it's not going to come out with an answer that the public is going to find out about until months down the road still.
Yes, sir.
What is the newscast in the background? Well, this is actually what's going on. Okay, so for those who just got here and don't know,
No. He was talking about he was hearing the wife in the background of my mic.
Oh, okay. That's it. But for those who just got here, this is basically what's happening. Sony PlayStation is being sued because they're being anti-consumer and forcing their players to just buy games off of the store and not allowing any competition whatsoever. And they just literally have a monopoly in the digital front. That's it.
So, Matt, how do you know if you're one of the gamers that are caught up in the lawsuit?
Well, big clue, you'll probably have a PlayStation. But there are other things involved as well. If you bought a digital game or in-game content from the PlayStation Store between as far back as August 2016 and February this year, you should automatically be included in the lawsuit unless you opted out before the 9th of March.
Gosh, it's a long time ago. But, people would be really interested in the outcome of that hearing, won't they?
Absolutely. But the final judgment probably won't be known for several months. We will, of course, be keeping an eye on that case.
Okay, so basically,
I would like to also clarify something else. Well, something that he said there at the end, how you're automatically enrolled in the UK and you have to opt out. Here in the States and just about everywhere else, by default, you are not opted in. So you would have to opt in to be a part of that, which is the exact opposite of the UK, which starts enrolled. Everybody else starts not enrolled. So keep that in mind as well.
That's some crazy shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I know you sent it to me. I watched like the first couple of minutes, but I didn't continue because I was like, oh, we're gonna cover anyways. I'm literally short on time. But now seeing all the facts and how this is literally being affecting PlayStation gamers for a long time, and how the PlayStation community don't even know about this, and the YouTubers and pundits or whatever you want to call them, they keep this shit quiet. It goes to show that, bro, we care more about you PlayStation gamers than these ponies. Dude, come on, bro. Stop that shit. You've been getting ripped off since 2016, fam. 2016, you've been overpaying for your content in the games. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, I'm not saying, because I had shout out to Press Jim Ryan. He asked me the other day, one of my posts, like, do you care if I have a PlayStation 5 with that like make or break, relationship or whatever? And I was like, nah, man, like, having a PlayStation is cool if you have it. I would not recommend people to go ahead and sell their PlayStations if they have one, like by any means. Keep it if you enjoy it. At the end of the day, you like what you like. I like what I like. So don't listen to me when it comes to this shit. Listen to your heart. Do you like gaming on PlayStation? If you do, why are you gonna get away from PlayStation? It doesn't make any sense. You like it. It's okay. I'm not saying that you suck because you have a PlayStation. All I'm saying is like, open your eyes. They're doing a lot of things that as a customer are not right, and you deserve better. Okay, so we're getting like this treatment, at least me and Power Boss on PC and on Xbox. Xbox always has sales. Xbox got third-party ways in which you can get your content. On Steam, they were giving away games for people who couldn't get the controllers on time. That's how, bro, like, who does that? PlayStation, if you think about it, motherfuckers don't even be, you know what I mean? Like, they don't even get refunds. Everybody knows that once you like download a game on the PlayStation that you bought from the PlayStation Store, you can even get it back. And it's
well,
just
because
like,
we skipped last week's show demo, we didn't even get to talk about the whole DRM situation either.
Exactly, which is like ridiculous to me. And people are noticing how fucked up PlayStation is to their players, man. And eventually they're waking up. Now, a lot of people say Xbox doesn't give you complete competition, right? like maybe Xbox doesn't have the exclusives, but they do take care of their customers, bro. You know what I mean? They have a reward system that PlayStation doesn't. They used to have one that removed that. You took it in your butt and you kept it moving, it kept capping, and nothing happened to you. You didn't care about it. And when it comes to like Xbox and all platforms, you're quick to, to get up and scream and cry and all that shit. But when it comes to PlayStation, you get quiet and you just bite the pillow and scratch the walls and keep taking it like with pleasure. And this is what happening, bro. This is what's going on. This is us bringing awareness to what's going on in the gaming industry, and how these companies, all of them included, try to get away with shit, and screw us over. So my suggestion is, if you have a PlayStation, be on the lookout for the verdict and how things are gonna end. You might be entitled to a refund. Hopefully, you get some money back, and hopefully, with that money, you can either buy another system or buy your games or go to ice cream parlor, whatever the hell you want to do, bro. Because it's your money, and Sony PlayStation literally took it from you.
And I have a PS5. I got mine the day God of War Ragnarok came out. I got the special edition God of War. I got my PS5 at the same time, or just slightly before it came out. And I got a second copy of God of War for my older son at the time. And I just feel that I haven't gotten my worth out of it this generation. That's just me. I've gotten only a handful of games for it. Everything else has been third party that I've either been playing better on my PC or having on my Xbox, or even on Game Pass for some of them, like Subnautica 2. Or I play Subnautica 1 and Below Zero on my PC modded, where I literally got better experiences for games that I enjoy.
It says
and you can't do that on PlayStation at all.
That's crazy. But shout out to Riot Gaming, bro, with the 2 demo and Paul Boss winning. Indeed, man. I wouldn't say that we're winning. I would just say that we are smart, with how we spend our money. It's not like money is unlimited. It's not like we broke, but we are mindful of how we spend our money and where we spend our money. So, for example, people buy games based on hype. I don't. I buy games based on the games that I think that I'm gonna like and enjoy. For Crimson Desert, for example, and I know I'm tired. I get you all tired of hearing about Crimson Desert because how much I love it. But it was a game that from the get-go, I knew that I was gonna enjoy. I went ahead and bought it with my eyes closed. But I wouldn't buy a game just because people are telling me that it's cool. Okay, it's cool. Let me check it out. Does it resonate with me? Do I feel like I'm gonna like this game on the long run? Am I gonna enjoy and finish it up and at least get a good 30-20 hours of enjoyment out of it?
Perfect example is Subnautica 2. I enjoy the hell out of it. Demo, you said you tried it only for a couple minutes before you had to go. You didn't get very far. You didn't get to experience it. You don't know if you're gonna like it yet. Then there's games like Power World. That game took off and is a phenomenal success, and they're doing great. And they're still doing great. They're still putting out content. They're due sometime this year, probably in June, for the 1.0 drop finally. And everybody's looking forward to that. And they love to put out content. And that's the main thing. Subnautica Unknown Worlds love putting out content, love having mod support, and they love enticing the community to make content for them that they can then enjoy. There are some things that if you are in the modded community of Subnautica and Below Zero, you will see some of that carry over with some of the way Subnautica 2 plays. And most people don't know that.
Yeah, I'm just here to tell you the truth, bro. You feel me? I like to be taken care of as a customer. I don't like to get ripped off. It's not that I don't like buying games. It's just that I feel that not every game is worth it to me. To put it into perspective, there's games out there that, for example, Power Boss with Subnautica is a game that I know that you will buy with your eyes closed because you enjoy this type of game. Me, I'm different. I play it on Game Pass. If I like it enough and I want to keep playing after it's come from Game Pass, then I pick it up, and so on and so forth. Like I'm saying, guys, be smart with your money. I'm not saying do not buy games I'm saying buy the games that you really want to play. I hear people and see people on Twitter and social media and YouTube. I bought this game and I didn't like it. Bro, do you don't like shooters? Why are you buying a shooter? Like, you're supposed to know this, bro. Don't be stupid. You don't like this type. Oh, I don't like turn-based games. I'm buying Expedition 33. Why are you buying a game that you don't know that you're going to like or not? Try it. Get a free trial. Try a demo. Go to your homeboy's house. Play it. See if you like it or not. And then after that, buy it. But people go ahead and blindly buy games, and then they regret it and be like, this game is ass. No, this game is not for you. That's literally all there is. This game is not for you because, I mean, I can tell you, for example, one of the guys out here, I can tell you, yo, I love Age of Empires. You told me I don't play that shit. I don't give a fuck about Age of Empires. It's a good game, but I don't like it. That's all there is. That doesn't mean the game sucks. It means like it's not worth it to you. Well, that game might be worth it for others. You know what I'm saying?
I do think that nuanced opinion is lost on a lot of journalists and any channel that's some sort of a fanboy for any corporation trying to discredit any game that's coming out.
NPI, it will be the same.
Yeah, I mean, a game like Saros, for example, is literally the gameplay that I like. It's dynamic. You dash, weave, jump. Got plenty of weapons, pot-ups, all that good shit that I like, the Michael Bay shit, over the top that I like, like now. But now, it's a roguelike game. I know that it's not going to have a continuous story that I can follow, say here, wait, pick up from what other stuff later. I had to do runs. Listen, roguelike games are not on the same level of freaking single player games that offer you like a 12, 18, 16-hour story. They're not, which is why games like Hades, they are top notch. I'm not trying to discredit, roguelikes. It's top notch. How much is Hades when it came out? $30-something. How much is Saros? $70. Like, be smart about your share. Like, they're not on the same category as same with Marathon. It's a freaking extraction shooter. Extraction shooters are not $70, which is why they were getting a lot of backlash, and then they back down and be like, oh, we're gonna be $40. More like it. Why? Because it doesn't include a single playing campaign. It's just that extraction part. Now, after they add all these DLCs or expansions or whatever, maybe they can go up in price a little bit or charge you with this content as DLC, yada yada. But what I'm trying to say here is not every game is worth the same. And that's the truth. You cannot give me a $70 game and I'm gonna be looking at it like, is this a $70 game? Is it going to give me enough content? Look, I didn't mind paying $70 for Crimson Desert. I know you're tired. But the content that it gives me is insane. I get a lot of bang for my buck. And that's what I'm talking about. Be smart with your money. And it goes the same when you're buying hardware. Is you buying a computer and you know that you're not going to play on the computer because you don't like playing on the computer or whatever. Don't buy it, though. Save your money. Keep playing on your console, bro. And spend your money on some other shit, like a new controller, maybe more games, maybe a brand new TV will make more sense for you than getting a whole computer. That all I'm trying to bring is some sort of awareness to your finances because it's hard, dude. Everybody's struggling. Even people with money. I know people with money, bro. I live in Miami. It's about everybody got money here, bro, and they be trying to save money. Everybody's trying to save money, trying to spend less, trying to bargain. Yeah, in the 305, would you believe that shit? Everybody's in Lamborghinis and they go to a store and they're like, oh shit, like, can I get this for the cheap? You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, bro, like, you're driving a Lamborghini. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But that's just how it goes. Even rich people are trying to save their money. So don't be stupid. Watch your back, bro. It's not about like, the coalition dropped the game. I need to support the devs because that's my favorite studio. It's not about that. It's about like, do I even like the game that they're dropping for me to give them their money? It's not. I'm not gonna. This is not charity, bro. This is a business, and you're a customer. So Buy your games that you want to buy. Don't buy your game based off of hype. Don't buy your games because you want to do charity work to who? Where's your charity for you? When the fuck have these studios be like, you know what? Like, hey, get this game for free. When? When do you get that treatment from studios?
Speaking of, okay, there's two issues I want to bring up here. Kind of go hand in hand. First is early Thursday, both Subnautica 2 and Forza Horizon 6 were leaked online and pirated.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you happen to hear how recently there was a customer who bought the Steam controller for the $100 mark?
Yes.
And then Steam, just for saying that the courier was late, not it was anything with them, not it was anything with the customer, not it was anything that they could control. They said, because you're experiencing delays, we're going to give you the choice of a free standardized game of any of your choice. And that's still with the controller still on the way, just for the inconvenience.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a treatment that we should get. Like, for example, with Amazon. A quick example with Amazon. Bro, they don't even ask questions. You don't like this, return it. Or you lost it, you didn't get it, we send you another one. That's how it should be, bro. That's how it should
What's
be.
up, Tegan? What's up, Dave Reezy? Omega.
Yeah, I see you guys, bro. Let me wrap
No
with the chat
Hunt.
real quick because we haven't.
Razor Ultron and Sappho.
We haven't. But let me see, because we got Sappho in the building saying you can AI to summarize the article, pull out the key points. Shout out to you, man. Saros is the best game I will never play. God damn it, that's tough, dude. And that's gotta be tough for the creators of the game who were like, imagine you working the gameplay of Saros, bro. You working the gunplay or the art or something, and it's like, bro, they fucked it up like this, and now the game has bad reputation and people are not playing it. You know, that fucking sucks. Ultra Dark Slayer saying, just got the upgrade for Forza 6 and I will start playing in a few hours. God damn it, bro. Lucky you. Enjoy, man. Software and services is also linked with Windows. Guess who's getting kicked out of the UK right now? All of the Europe is moving away from Windows right now. Well, I mean, that's still like the rest of the world, you know. Europe is like, you know, not the whole world. Let me see. Razor Ultron, what's up with the newscast in the background? We've seen that. You can even buy PlayStation digital games from Amazon or Newegg. Yeah, that's why they were complaining about it, because you cannot get third-party games on the PlayStation. It's only on the PlayStation Store.
I think third-party resellers like Amazon and Newegg, the only thing that you can buy from PlayStation,
physical.
No, the online subscription service, PS Plus.
Yeah.
So there you go with that.
Illegal Dad, man, I remember this show. I haven't seen it in years. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming through. Riot Gaming, demo with the facts. Illegal Dab as well saying, it is a shame you guys in the USA don't have much protection against these business practices. Yeah, we do, man. In the sense that just don't get a PlayStation, basically. And, you know, Xbox, as much as they suck, according to a lot of people and shit like that, they are pretty good when it comes to like taking care of you as a customer, bro. Whether it be like because you lost your account, whether it be because you got an issue with your console, send it back, get in the back, getting it fixed, all of that. Like, I had no issues with them whatsoever. Not copying here, just being through it with them for many years, and never had a situation like, oh shit, Xbox sucks in this sense, you know. Sappho saying, starting.
I mean, we all agree that 2022 was Xbox's worst year. And as much as people like to crap on that year, and then the first thing that they released was Redfall in 2023, we all know that Xbox was hurting for quite some time. Let's not beat the bush around it.
Yeah. They reason in the house saying Pony's living in the Matrix. They don't know PlayStation is done.
Joy in every nation. PlayStation.
They haven't taken the blue pill yet. I've been on Mac for so long, I forgot how great PC is. Yeah, man. Look, I have a co-worker and she has a gaming laptop. Shout out to her. And I was talking to her because she plays League of Legends. So I go into her cubicle and she's playing League of Legends. I'm like, bro, why you sweating? She's like, no, I'm playing Leagues, whatever. And I'm like, I didn't know you play League. Um, and then she's trying to sell it. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll pick it up because I do need a decent laptop to play some
It's
games.
a free to play game and it's fun as all hell. And with
Mhm.
Xbox, you now get access to every character. You don't have to deal with the loot boxes unless you want the skins.
Yes, sir. And she told me like I'm planning on buying a Mac, Apple, and I'm like, if you like playing leagues, I suggest you to like do not buy Mac or anything like that because you like gaming, and that shit is terrible for gaming, and everybody knows this. So that's what I said, man. PC is not what it used to be. Like 10 years from now, and I was speaking about this the other day with the homies. PC games used to come out super unoptimized and terrible, a lot of stuttering and shit. But now games are coming better, and I feel like this is part of the pushback that they receive from the community on PC gamers being like, hey, we don't condone this shit. Like even now, we're seeing some reviews with Forza. The game is stuttering and fix that shit. I don't want to play it. Give you a negative review. Like that's backlash that some people might not agree with, but the developers are going to be looking like, oh shit, it's not running well on this card. Why don't we go ahead and make sure that it's running well on this dude's setup because there's a lot of people with the same setup, yada yada, making sure that everybody gets to enjoy the game to the max, man. We got a no Vaseline comment. Holy shit. PlayStation tried to pimp out Bungie, but know how to navigate the streets. Okay, so PlayStation tried to pimp Bungie out, but Bungie played PlayStation instead. And I think that was one of the worst investments that PlayStation made this generation. That panic purchase, because that's what it was, seeing Xbox getting Activision, Blizzard, and King, and seeing like, what do we do now? We lost our piggy bank, Call of Duty, and now we have to report back to Microsoft, giving some of the money that we used to make by ourselves, and now share this revenue. And we need something of our own. They continue to chase the dragon on freaking live service games. So far, the only game that they got that's been successful is Helldivers 2. I would add MLB The Show to it, but it's a yearly game. I wouldn't say that's like live service. It's a yearly game, whatever, that they drop every year. But it's pretty good. Those are the only two games that they have success when it comes to multiplayer. I've seen a lot of people on fucking Twitter saying PlayStation doesn't need multiplayer. Yes, PlayStation does need multiplayer because God damn it, bro. Imagine like they making Fortnite, Call of Duty, everybody's making money and Forza's making money on PlayStation and they cannot make the same money themselves.
Not to mention Devo. What's their three biggest titles, right? They've got Ghost of Tsushima, God of War 2018, and God of War Ragnarok. What do all three of those games have in common?
They don't have multiplayer.
Post games, they have multiplayer leaderboards. Because there's roguelike elements after you beat the game and clear it with the new content that they added afterwards.
In Ragnarok, right?
Ghost of Tsushima Legends mode. I don't remember what God of War 2018 and Ragnarok.
Yeah, they had the same.
And it's coming for Ghost of Yote.
I think it's out already, if I'm not wrong.
Legends. I don't know if it released yet. I know it was coming.
Yeah, I think it's out. But to be fair, Ghost of Yote didn't sell that bad. They did decent.
No, not terrible.
Like that, yeah. I thought they were gonna tank worse, but Saros is not looking good.
Ooh-wee.
Saros is not looking good. The sales, and I know. Opponents all the time they go out and say Killing had 3 players in Steam. Well, the business model of Xbox is not the same as PlayStation. Killing is a Game Pass fodder, whatever you want to call it. It's a filler for Game Pass. They allow these studios to do little small projects and just to add content to Game Pass. They don't give a fuck. and they continue to like work in several projects at the same time, while PlayStation is totally banking on this. This is like one of the two games that they got this year. One of the two games that they got this year. They got Wolverine coming in December. Might not even make it in 2026. We haven't heard nothing about it. And Saros release, and according to Alinea Analytics, right, that nobody trusts, but when the things came out about, Avowed, Outer Worlds, and like I said,
Doom, Starfield.
yep, they all used it. But now we cannot use it. But you know what? We keep it fair. So we're gonna use Alinea Analytics. I want to break down what the fuck is up with Saros, because it can be good, fam. Listen, to put it into perspective, Subnautica released yesterday, and they already sold 2 million copies, a game that released yesterday. To put it into perspective, Saros released a couple of weeks ago, and this is what they got. Guys, I'm not even
The last I heard, it was at 2.2 million, selling faster, but this begs to differ.
Listen, 300K on the PlayStation platform. 300K. Listen, based on the budget, I don't know if they're gonna break even or be profitable and shit like that, because this is what they charge $70 a pop. Let's keep it real. That's not a small number, right? When you add 300K, it adds up to millions of dollars, right? So I'm not saying that they are not making money off of this game, but they're certainly not making as much money as they thought that we're gonna make. And look, the same thing happened with Returnal. They gave it like 3-4 years. Returnal barely made it to $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Saros is looking like it's on the same road. And as much glaze as this game is getting online and being called the best third-person shooter ever, when we know it's not, because Gears of War exists, because The Division and Ghost Recon exists, because Splinter Cell exists, because there's so many third-person shooters out there that are way better than this.
And I said I would give it a fair shake. It looks like it does everything that Returnal does. It's made by the same studio as Returnal.
By the way,
it took everything up a notch.
It's $20 on Epic Games right now. PlayStation has a sale on Epic Games right now, and
Nice.
you can get a Spider-Man remaster. Look, why am I talking about? Let me go ahead and put it out, bro, because it's the best thing about this shit, that I can show you the visuals of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not a coincidence. The Saros release, and 2 weeks later, PlayStation has a sale. Bro, they need money. Like, they need money. How often do you see a sale of PlayStation on fucking Epic or
even Steam across the board, or even their own storefront?
You never see sales. So yeah, here we go. We got a good sale on Epic. This is decent. We got FIFA, Red Dead, Spider-Man 2, $40. It's charging just $40 for Spider-Man 2 at this point. This is what I'm talking about. It's a fucking ripoff. This game, bro. To put it into perspective, what was this game? The zombie game that the guy does a parkour that has 2 parts. Dying Light. Okay, Dying Light is like $14 on Steam. Dying Light 2. And it came out like before this. Okay, I'm not saying it's at the same level of Spider-Man 2, maybe even not. But I'm just saying, Spider-Man 2, $40. Then we got $23 for Spider-Man Remaster. How old is this game, bro? And they're still charging you $20? This is crazy. Look, Hogwarts Legacy is $10, bro. Look, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, $39. God of War right now at $40. Are you fucking kidding me? Last of Us Part 1, $30. God of War 2018, $19, and Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, $35. I think the Uncharted.
Not to mention the fact that they're on sale, all of them across the board from Sony.
All the games.
But look,
Spider-Man,
look at look at the prices. They're all 40% off, period, across the board.
Well, this one is 60%, 67 for Uncharted, Legacy of Thieves collection. I don't know. I've been looking, trying to buy this one.
Okay, my
at a
bad.
good
It
price.
doesn't look like that for me from here.
I don't know.
I can't see. I'm blind. Never mind me.
You're blind. It's like 67%. Yeah. Then look, Dying Light. No. Okay. Bro, like, look, Horizon is also on sale. Dying Light is $2. I don't know, bro. They need the money, bro. They need the money. Look, Dying Light 2 is $14.99, bro. And that came out last year, I think. It's a year old and it's cheaper. That's what I'm talking about, bro. PlayStation really rip-off, bro.
I think it's 2 years old. Dying Light 2 The Beast is what came out last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Dying Light Stay Human.
Yeah, that's the Reloaded edition, which is the original game.
No, but that's Dying Light 2.
Yeah, but it's still 2 years old. Because, like I said, The Beast is what came out last year.
Dying Light, The Beast.
Yeah.
It's the same game, no?
I don't think that has The Beast with it or not.
Does it have The Beast? I think it's the
I
same
don't
game.
know.
It comes with the Dice DLC.
Yeah, see, it doesn't have the Beast DLC.
Listen, it came out in 2022.
Okay, so it's even older than I thought.
I'm
So,
confused
anyway.
right now. Anyways, bro.
I just know there was a third one that they were hyping up last year, which was The
Yeah.
Beast.
Insanity, bro. So that's what the fuck is going on. Saros is not looking good. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying a lot of people didn't like it and don't want to buy it and will not buy it because of the controversy behind the story, which I'm not gonna get into details because I don't want to spoil it, but doesn't look very enticing for certain people, you know, and that's fair. People, you cannot force people to buy a game that has a bunch of agendas and shit when people don't like that shit. Gameplay might be good. These people might pick it up maybe later in the life cycle of the game. But for now, they're not fucking with it, bro. And can you truly blame them? You know, Power Boss, can you truly blame people for not wanting to play a certain game?
Absolutely not. I mean, like I said, not every game is for everybody.
Yep.
If you don't like Zelda, if you don't like Mario, then platformers and adventure games from top-down view or third person like that are not for you. If you don't like hack and slash, then you're not going to like a game like this on the screen, God of War, War Mastered Edition, or God of War 2 playing as Death, and God knows how many other games are like this, because this is even similar to the OG God of War games, the Greek trilogy, the way they were intended to play. And now they're talking about the remakes are going to be having God of War 2018 styling. So I'm a little skeptical and worried.
Yeah, this is Darksiders War Master Edition, another game that just came out on the Xbox and PlayStation consoles. They didn't have a console version for this game, and they're charging you, I think it's like $30 or something.
No, they did have a console version of this game.
And what is a good callback?
Yeah, but not the War Master Edition,
Yes.
which is like but they released it recently, Bob Boss.
They had the War Master Edition originally. It was one of the games that was not part of the backwards compatibility program for whatever reason. The second one was. But this one, they remade it. They gave PlayStation a physical. Xbox got digital only and in Game Pass.
Yeah. Well, this game is fucking fire, so go ahead and check it out. All the Darksiders are amazing. I'm completing the first one, and then I'm hopping in the second one, which I heard it was the best one. And the third one, I already owned it, but it sucks. Don't get it. It's a Souls-like type shit.
I like all four of them. Second one is definitely my favorite.
The fourth one is not out yet.
No, the fourth one is out.
No,
Darksiders Genesis.
Ah, okay, but Darksiders.
It's played differently.
Yeah, it's definitely like Diablo.
Yes.
I have it too. I have all of it.
Darksiders 4, the actual 4th edition of the game, we don't know anything about it yet. They haven't announced
we only
it.
had like a
We haven't
decent
teased. THQ has since shut down or been absorbed by THQ Nordic or combined. Something happened with the studio, so it's taken a lot longer to develop than originally planned.
So yeah, but that's the situation with Sony PlayStation. DRM, AI, charging customers more, yada yada. I'm not saying the other companies don't do it, but Sony PlayStation is definitely leading the charge when it comes to screwing up the consumers. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, on the other side, we got Xbox trying to revitalize their brand, trying to show love to the console, dropping games, critically acclaimed, being more pro-consumer. Game Pass lowered in price. We're seeing like two sides of a same coin. We're seeing the yin and yang, the bad and the good. Basically, this is how it's working. Xbox is going one way, PlayStation is going the other way. I don't know how good this is for the industry, but we do want these companies to be in tune with each other and competing with each other. Not saying like I'm better than you, and as a result, I can do whatever the fuck I want with my customers, and then the other one being, like trying to do the opposite. So we want Sony PlayStation to be more pro-consumers. Like, believe me, ponies, I don't give a shit about your money, but I do care for the gamers in general, which is why I want Sony PlayStation to do better for you, even though we don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna ask for what's better for the gamers in the long run. And that's just the way it is, bro. I just hope that PlayStation can open up their eyes because they're losing a lot of mind share. People are not fucking with them like they used to. And people are noticing that they're being screwed. And it goes to show in these lawsuits and everything.
I will also point out people who try to say that you're console warring when somebody like me actually owns the console. I'm not console warring for or against exclusivity. Okay. I would prefer that exclusivity goes away, games go everywhere, more games for the gamers. Okay. If you're going to play it, then play it. But what I'm advocating for, oh, there it is. Yeah. Last I saw it was only 1 million.
2 million. Yeah, this game released yesterday. The one before, listen, I don't know how much is this on Metacritic. I don't even think they have a score yet because it's early access, so it wouldn't be fair to score right now.
Well, IGN gave it 7.
Yeah, IGN gave it a 7. Well,
and of
what
course,
do you expect,
the meme was going around saying too much water.
To be fair, they gave Forza a 10. So, I mean, I mean, Forza is such a fucking cool game. Like, think about Forza 5. It was fucking ridiculously good. So if they improve a little bit from Forza 5 to Forza 6, I mean, it has to be good too. The math has to math. You know what I'm saying? So when you put it into perspective, this is a fucking basically indie studio, fam. Dropping a game on early access and copping 2 million copies.
They were an indie studio with the first 2 games. Krafton has since bought them, the same people who acquired Hi-Fi Rush when Xbox shut them down in Tango. Subnautica 2 is the first one that they're releasing under the banner of Krafton, which I don't like Krafton's workings, to say the least, but that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, but so far, listen, the game is popular. It's being played 500,000 almost on Steam. Forza dropped. Already got crazy numbers, even though the game is not even out. People had to purchase the super expensive, version, which I wouldn't. I like Forza, but I wouldn't spend that type of money on a racing game. But like I said, people think it's worth it to them, and power to them. But then on the other side, we got Saros flopping with 300K. I wouldn't call it a flop because I think they still broke even and they still probably gathered some money out of it, but it's still like the weakest out of the games that dropped this month, a couple of weeks. And now we have like Batman dropping, right? We got Batman, Lego Batman,
and 007 First Light as well.
I'm so curious to see how 007 is going to do, because at the beginning I was a little bit skeptical, but the more I see it, the more I feel like, okay, like there's a lot of gameplay, a lot of action, the Michael Page shit that I like. Uh, and I think that, well, because always, right, the 007 games have been decent, always. Quantum Solace, what was the other one? Well, the OG from the Nintendo 64. That one is a dope game. And all the other ones have been decent. So I might pick it up. But for games like that, you know what? I'd rather wait for a sale. And a lot of people be like, oh, Demo, you cheap bastard, whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what game I'm getting day one? Two Rock. You know why? Because I know that I'm going to enjoy the hell out of Two Rock. Because I know what I like. It's clear to me that I'm going to get Two Rock day one. You feel me? Other games can wait, but for games like Turok, it's a no-brainer to me. Games like GTA, day one. Why? Because I know that I'm going to play the shit out of GTA. Games like Call of Duty, day one. Say whatever the fuck you want about Call of Duty. Every time when a Call of Duty comes out, I play for 2-3 months, drop like 200 hours, have my fun, and move on to some other shit. And I know it's worth it to me. So that's what I'm trying to say, guys. Like, be smart about it, man. That's it. 2 million copies for Sonata 2. I can't wait to keep playing, bro. Fire. Fucking fire. And then Forza next week, we super blessed here, bro. Super duper blessed.
Oh, next Friday is going to be wild when we start talking about the Forza Horizon 6 numbers.
Oh, yeah, no, that's already at 200K almost, so. And that I'm pretty sure that it's gonna make it to 500,000 players when it drops, and it's on Game Pass too. So when a game is good and popular, because I mean, let's keep it real, there's some games out there who are really good, but they're not popular.
And let's not forget that Subnautica 2 also had 5 million wish listed on Steam alone. That's not including Game Pass on PC. It's not including on consoles. And it's not on PlayStation, not on Switch yet. Now, Subnautica 1 and Below Zero did come to PlayStation and Switch, but not until after early access, which they themselves have said Subnautica 2 is going to be in early access for a minimum of 2 years. So keep that in mind as well.
Yes, sir. Well, to close it up, I don't know if you know about this, but the third Xbox Elite controller has been leaked. I'm not gonna be showing any images on here because of copyright and things like that. But supposedly it's gonna have trigger stops, it's gonna have Hall effect sticks, yada yada, the whole thing. If I had to guess a price, I guess that's gonna be around $180. That's my guess, because they've always been expensive, and I don't think they're gonna go back down in price. Now we have the Steam controller, which is one that we can, pick it up for like $99.
I'm actually saying it's gonna probably be about $225 to $250 for the Elite 3s.
Yeah, you think so? But
just a hunch.
When it comes to controllers, we got plenty of options.
Not yep, that's true.
But I do have my Razer Wolverine Tournament Edition, and check it out, bro. Fucking fire, no stick drift. I've used it heavily for Call of Duty, Halo, whatever. You see that I play here, bro. Not a sponsor. I'm not capping, bro. I love this fucking controller because it was only $99. I picked it up on the sale, and it has 4 buttons, trigger stops. It doesn't have the Hall effect, sticks, but still pretty good. And you have options. You got also Power A. You got also the 8-bit DOS. They are really good. The 8-bit DOS are really good. They have some cool ones. And bro, just like I said, be smart with your money. Get what you want. But you also have you have more money. You have the Battle Beaver. You got the Scuff and so on and so forth. The Beatrix. There's so many controllers out there. So I don't think that an Xbox Elite controller, new one, is gonna break anything. I just feel like it's just an extra for you to have, an Xbox brand controller But at the end of the day, Xbox is so flexible with the controllers that you can use, and possibly the next generation is gonna be even more flexible with the ability of you like continuing to be able to hook up your mouse, keyboard, and different controllers from different brands as long as they're certified.
Speaking of Steam, did you hear that there's going to be 4 SKUs for the Steam machine? It got
So
leaked.
it's gonna be 4 types.
Yeah,
like
there's going to be a 512 model. That's going to come with the controller for Steam controller, and one without. That's the second one. The third one is going to be a 2 terabyte model that's going to come without a controller, and then there's going to be a fourth one that's going to be a 2 terabyte model with the controller.
I'm interested to see how the Steam machine is gonna play out.
I am too.
To like multiplayer games and stuff. It's not like I'm gonna get one because I already got my mind made up. I'm good with my Series X, and I got my computer. Like I barely have time to game anymore like I used to.
Did you hear that the Steam controller has the Wilhelm scream on it when you drop it?
They had a what?
The Wilhelm scream?
So it screams when you drop it?
The controller, yeah.
That's funny. That's those mimics, like those are pretty cool. But yeah, man, that's everything that we got for you today. Thank you for tuning in, chat, man. Y'all been amazing, bro. Shout out to the game adaptation newscast. I see you active down there, bro. But we're running out of time. We got Gnome Hunt as well, Razer Ultron, Safo, Riot Gaming, Dave Reese, Lycos 45, Adidas 20, Legal Dad. Y'all been fucking amazing, man. Hey, I really love coming over here and talking to you about gaming. I can't wait to keep streaming, doing this. I can't wait to upload more videos. I try to be better at it. Bear with me. I have a toddler and another kid in the way. And now everything is on my shoulders now. Now I have to clean, help out in the house, cook. So it's not only work, it's like, responsibility. So bear with me as we continue to increase the production value of the channel, try to, make things better for you. I dropped a new video. I don't know if you checked that out, but since you're here, let me go ahead and replay it. And, let's go.
Toma, dice que, yeah. I don't do this shit for fame. Grab a stack and make it rain. All the ponies hating on me. Console words be so lame. Saros flop with good reviews. Dynamic pricing made the news. Pay back to the players, bitch. Talk that shit, we getting loose. Xbox dead, not a chance. Next gen, that's fucking dead. Forza 5, Sofa Mill. First verse, time to kill. We getting it. You hitting how we coming. Wake up with no games almost every fucking morning. Game Pass keep me fed while saving all these bread. First body hitting hard, I don't need a power bag. Huh? Woo! La 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 la. La 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 la.
And I hope you enjoy the show. See you on the next one. It's your boy, Devil Flow. Check it out.
Yeah, Ra, yo Chico boy, Ra, hey, Demo Flow Gaming, boom, boom, I'm back. Ra, 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 boom, boom, boom. Listen, yo Chico in the house, papi, dale, yeah. Ponies over here, ponies over there, yeah. Ponies over here, ponies over there, yeah. Ponies over here, ponies over there, yeah. Ponies over there, yeah. Ponies over there, yeah. Ponies over here, ponies over there, ponies over here, ponies over there, ponies over here, ponies over there, ponies over there, ponies over there, ponies over here, ponies over there. I smell caca, ponies everywhere. They don't play no games, only do their console sales. It's because ponies ain't got shit to tell. Ask about the best, bet I haven't played. That's what I hear the ponies tell me every day. Ponies be so silly, but I had no pity. They dissed it for the decade, but now Xbox leady. Now they got no games, karma is so weird. You wish that on Xbox you even volunteer. Instead of play with Smith, filled with PC ports, third-party games saying you're your pony love. Waiting for Forza that's almost 5 years old. Copying for remasters, damn that shit is cold. Do it for the plastic and all the pony blow. That's why Sony got you spending all your dough.